Hello, everyone, and welcome to Strategic Management of Multinational Corporations, Lecture Note 8, Technology and Innovation Management and Entrepreneurship, based on the academic courseware by Professor Shihmin Lo. Innovation is the ultimate engine of economic growth and competitive survival. However, brilliant scientific inventions rarely guarantee commercial success. Over the next 10 to 12 minutes, we will explore how multinational firms capture economic rents from technological innovation. We will examine David Teece's regime of appropriability, the role of tacit knowledge and complementary assets, Clayton Christensen's disruptive innovation theory, Henderson and Clark's architectural innovation, first mover versus fast follower strategies, network externalities, standards battles, and how to structure ambidextrous organizations. Let's master the strategic management of technology and innovation. We begin by distinguishing invention, the creation of new technical knowledge, from innovation, which is the commercialization of an invention into a viable product or process. David Teece established that an innovator's ability to capture value depends on the regime of appropriability. Teece identified four key pillars: intellectual property protection, the nature of knowledge, where uncodified tacit knowledge creates natural barriers against imitation, lead time to move down the learning curve, and control over crucial complementary assets such as manufacturing scale, marketing networks, and post-sales service. The critical role of complementary assets is vividly illustrated by two contrasting historical cases. EMI invented the revolutionary CT scanner and held strong patents. Yet, because EMI lacked global medical sales, distribution, and service channels, incumbents like GE and Siemens rapidly outmaneuvered EMI and captured the market's profits. Conversely, Apple did not invent the MP3 player. Instead, Apple dominated digital music by controlling essential complementary assets: the seamless iTunes software ecosystem, elegant industrial design, and global retail channels. Technology performance follows an S-curve trajectory, progressing from early slow research to explosive growth before flattening as natural physical limits are reached. Clayton Christensen's disruptive innovation theory explains why great incumbents fail during S-curve shifts. While incumbents focus on sustaining innovations to serve high-margin, demanding customers, disruptive innovations enter from low-end or new market fringes. Though initially inferior on mainstream metrics, disruptive products offer new attributes like lower cost and simplicity. As performance crosses mainstream customers' good enough threshold, disruptors rapidly displace incumbents. Rebecca Henderson and Kim Clark highlighted that while firms handle component innovations, upgrading individual parts, they frequently fail at architectural innovations, which reconfigure the links between existing components. Incumbents fail because their internal communication channels and mental models are bound to the legacy system architecture. This explains the Kodak paradox. Kodak actually invented the first digital camera in 1975, but because its lucrative profit model depended on chemical film, internal organizational inertia prevented Kodak from embracing digital architecture until it was too late. When launching innovations, timing is everything. First movers enjoy distinct advantages: building early brand loyalty, locking in key suppliers and distribution channels, imposing switching costs on customers, and scaling down the experience curve. However, pioneers face severe disadvantages, bearing massive R&D trial and error costs, facing market demand uncertainty, and risking lock-in to an obsolete technology before a dominant design emerges. Consequently, empirical research shows that pioneers suffer high failure rates, while fast followers often capture ultimate market leadership. To manage technology risk, smart firms apply real options reasoning, making small, staged investments in exploratory R&D to purchase a call option for future expansion while capping downside loss. Furthermore, Apple has perfected the fast follower strategy across MP3 players, smartphones, tablets, and smartwatches. By letting early pioneers educate the market and test initial technologies, Apple enters once market demand is validated, using superior user experience, industrial design, and brand power to redefine the product category. In digital markets, product value is driven by network externalities, where a technology becomes more valuable as its active installed base grows. In two-sided platforms like iOS and Android, cross-site network effects mean more developers attract more users, which in turn attracts more developers. When an installed base crosses the market tipping point, positive feedback creates a winner-take-all dynamic. This is why platform firms aggressively use penetration pricing or subsidies in early stages to build critical mass. The classic standards battle between JVC's VHS and Sony's Betamax demonstrates network dynamics. Although Sony's Betamax offered superior picture quality, JVC used open licensing to build a massive alliance of player manufacturers and movie studio licensing. This superior complementary content ecosystem crowned VHS as the global standard. Today, dominant platform giants leverage platform envelopment, assimilating adjacent standalone features into their core operating system, as Apple did by embedding flashlights, compasses, and health tracking natively into iOS. Finally, sustaining innovation requires balancing efficiency and exploration through structural ambidexterity. Corporate mechanisms like Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works isolate elite R&D teams from bureaucracy, while Google's 20% time policy fosters entrepreneurship. Furthermore, Henry Chesbrow's open innovation paradigm shows that firms must look beyond corporate boundaries, exemplified by Procter & Gamble's Connect and Develop platform, raising external innovation past 50%. To conclude SMMC Lecture Note 8, secure your complementary assets, master technology timing, build platform ecosystems, and foster an ambidextrous culture. Thank you for watching SMMC LN8 with Professor Shihmin Lo. Stay strategic, and I will see you in the next lecture.